Let's talk about social media. I'm Victor and I work in marketing and I help us get found on Google. And why is this important, especially on mobile? Well, Forbes interviewed senior executives at companies with revenues of over $1 billion a year and found that 70% of them prefer to receive their information online, specifically on web enabled mobile devices, like these guys. And so, which social media networks matter right now? These four. In fact, two of them are being integrated into a smartphone operating system that now runs on over 100 million devices. And so it's important for us to understand that the social media landscape is changing and becoming very important. If you don't have social engagement with your media efforts, you only have media, and that could be a problem. Print media peaked around the year 2000 when blogging became mainstream, and it's sharply declined ever since. So, right now, it isn't a nice to have. Digital strategy has become very important. Broadcast media, in fact, is embracing new technology to try and stay relevant, but it's very hard to compete with the timeliness of something like Twitter in social media. Print is barely hanging on, and even in this example, this code takes you straight to a landing page that connects right back to social media. This is happening all over the world. I'll let you read this for a few seconds. And this isn't new. Understand? If you take only one lesson away from this presentation, let it be this. This is one way we're going to avoid this trap. But a lot of companies are stuck. And so you have this. Do you agree? Well, so what do we do about this? Well, clearly, we've got to take a different approach. In fact, that's what this guy said. Whether we like it or not, we're all in the media publishing business. Let's take a look at an example of one company that understands this. They tell visual stories on YouTube. They've got thousands of blogs. They understand that they are truly publishers now. And they're active on Facebook creating content, as well as with another profile to increase engagement with their message. And it works even on mobile. They even use Twitter for chats. And they write apps for smartphones and iPads, like this one, which allows people to report on the state of their watersheds. And with almost 300,000 people on LinkedIn, they have no shortage of content creators. This other big company also tells visual stories on YouTube. Lots of them. They're active on Facebook with over 1.6 million likes. They're active on LinkedIn. They don't do a lot on Twitter, but they certainly blog, in this case about climate change. And they have a lovely iPad app that pulls content from their different media properties. They also have smartphone apps for motorists, but that's to be expected. The company that Thomas Edison founded has one of the most extensive YouTube channels of visual stories. They have a Facebook presence with close to 1 million likes. They're very active on Twitter, and they don't post just about jobs. And they have over 120,000 people on LinkedIn, where GE is also, by the way, promoting their iPad recruitment app. And That certainly cements their reputation as being an innovative company. And of course, they don't stop there. They've got smartphone apps as well. The key here is knowing which tools to use when. Tim Berners-Lee invented the web to improve human life, not to turn us into drones or cogs. But we have to do our part. And in July of this year, McKinsey released a report asserting that professional services firms would be among the greatest beneficiaries of adopting social technology. And in fact, it would enhance their collaboration, and most of the value realized from this adoption would be in that sphere. But we have to ask, what about collaboration at scale? What does this mean? I'll let you read this. And if that's the case, curation becomes really, really important. That's what IBM is doing with the content that their employees create, because you can't rely only on algorithms to surface the best bits. People are highly visual. That's why we do this, and this, and this. And even a venerable print publication, like The Economist, acknowledges this. So what does this portend? Well, for one thing, learning isn't going to happen in just some obscure corner. It's going to happen anywhere, anytime, continuously, for free. Even high-quality material from the Ivy League. And for marketing, it means it will go multimedia. It has to hold people's attention. It will be produced by small teams working with modest budgets and equipment. And this is going to happen everywhere. We're all in this together now. It's a phenomenon called crowdsourcing. I'll let you read this. Here's an example. What if you could get people to band together to support a company and buy its products because they believe that company is doing the right thing? It's the opposite of a boycott. This is why social media and social strategy is very important. Social media is changing the world. When you have a strategy to use it, like Calgary Mayor Nenshi did, you can win elections. We're living in a time of great transitions. The question really is, what role is each of us going to play? So ask yourself the question. Share what you know, and whatever you believe, reach out and help others. That's from the song by The King. Thank you.